we could increase our attendance, generate some excitement and some conversations about what's happening here in primary, and then also, most importantly, to spotlight some of the fantastic things that are going on. I have with me two amazing kindergarten students, right? Kindergarten's pretty awesome? Yeah? You like kindergarten? Yeah, it's pretty good? Fantastic. So these two fantastic risk takers have agreed to come out this morning and help you guys learn a little bit about what it's like to be in kindergarten, but also to teach you something, because they feel they have pretty important things to teach you about what? What are we going to teach moms and dads today about?
Brains.
About our brains, right? You think moms and dads think our brains are pretty important? Yeah? Yeah, I think so too. So, here at Meridian, we are really excited about our Mind Up program. It grounds our social emotional learning aspect of our curriculum. And part of that is really to understand the science and the biology of our brains. And I know that I'm sitting here with kindergartners, but they actually are pretty amazing in their knowledge already of their brain. So we're going to talk a little bit about the three big areas of our brain. Each one has agreed to share a little bit about that. Are three still feeling good about that? Yeah. What about you, Eliana? Yeah, you ready to go? All right, so should Ms. Holland hold up the big poster? Do you want to point to one of the areas first? Yeah. Which area do you think we should start with? And then we'll show moms and dads. Which one do we want to start with? You want to start with the hippocampus? Fantastic. Want to point where your hippocampus is? Awesome. So we're going to, Ms. Eliana is going to share with you a little bit about your hippocampus. What is the hippocampus? It helps you remember things. That's really great. What else does it do for us? When you want to remember things? Do you remember things like, what are some important things to be able to remember?
I remember when we went to the water park with my dad.
You remember going to the water park with your dad, and what part of your brain helps you keep that memory? Your hippocampus. That's pretty fantastic. How many moms and dads knew about your hippocampus before Eliana taught you about your hippocampus?
I told my daddy about it.
You did? So your dad's going to be an expert on the hippocampus by the end of kindergarten. Yeah, fantastic. All right, Miss Athira, which one do you want to talk about? What is that? The prefrontal cortex. Can you show moms and dads where that is? Awesome. Where's that in your brain? What color is it on our poster? Is it the big blue part? Yep, so that's the big part, right? What does our prefrontal cortex help us to do also?
It helps you the security guard.
It helps you with your security guard. So it does. It kind of helps to keep us safe a little bit, right? It also, what is that word called when it helps keep things going in a good way? Do we call, remember that word? Keeps things regular, kind of keeps things moving. Yeah? Anything else that you remember about your amygdala?
The amygdala helps us do
Great. Feel safe and happy. Yeah, it helps us have our feelings, right? You think it's really important that our amygdalas are able to get the oxygen so that we can do all of those important things? We talked a little bit about oxygen, didn't we, yesterday? Why is oxygen important?
So you can have air.
So you can have air, and does our brain need oxygen? Yeah, we talked about that, right? We talked about sometimes when boys and girls get angry, what do sometimes boys and girls do, and adults? We breathe in, we should breathe in, but sometimes we hold our breath, right? Because we get kind of frustrated. Is our brain working if we're not breathing? Nope, it's not working for us, is it? So it's really important that we breathe, right? Yeah. We have one last part of the brain to talk about. Do you remember what that is? We just did the prefrontal cortex. We are going to do the... There you go. We are going to do the amygdala. What did you want? You've been excited about the amygdala for a while. What do you want to share about your amygdala?
Your amygdala is the security guard of your brain.
It is the security guard of your brain. Do you remember those 3 words? The freeze. What were those 3 words again? Can you help Miss Helen remember? Freeze or flee or when you get angry. Yes. And so it helps you to know what to do, right, in emergencies?
And also when you want to go potty.
And when you want to go to the restroom. Yeah, it helps with all of those really important things, doesn't it? It helps us to know what's happening and keeps us safe. Fantastic. Thank you, girls. You did a great job of talking about the brain. Do you think moms and dads learned a little bit from us? Yeah, I hope so. Now I have a fun question for you guys. Let's start with you, Athira. What's something really exciting that's happening in kindergarten right now? What have you been enjoying in kindergarten?
That we have fun specials.
You have fun specials? Which specials are you really enjoying right now?
Coach Buddy.
You like Coach Buddy? What have you been doing
That's
with?
the same special that I'm going to.
Are you going there today with Coach Buddy?
Yeah.
Oh, she's going to be so excited to see you.
And also we're going to Spanish Beach.
And Spanish Bee today too. That's fantastic. So what do you like about working with Coach Buddy?
Mommy!
What do you like doing with Coach Buddy in the gym? She plays lots of fun games, right? And keeps you very busy and active. That's good for our bodies, isn't it, to stay very active? Awesome. I'm glad you enjoyed that. What about you? What are you enjoying in kindergarten?
Pop time.
You're enjoying pop time. So I don't know if moms and dads know what pop time is. What is pop time?
Pop time is after you go when it's time to have fun.
When it's time to have fun. Do you have fun every day?
Yeah.
You have pop time every day?
Yeah.
Yeah. Does your teacher tell you what to do or ask you to do certain things, or do you get to choose what you want to do? You get to have choice?
Yeah. Sometimes.
Sometimes. How do you feel when you have choices? Sometimes. Sometimes. How do you feel when you have choices? Do you like having choices? Yeah. Is that a good thing? Yeah, that's fantastic. So as you can see, we've been hard at work here in kindergarten already, learning about our brains, getting some systems established. It's difficult to walk into this big building, and even just to find your way from the cafeteria to the lunchroom takes some time because you can get turned around quite easily. So in addition to doing all of those big things, we've already laid the foundation for our kiddos to understand the role they play in their learning. We just described something that here in primary we're very excited about, and that's called agency. And we're going to talk about that a little bit today, but I think our 2 volunteers today did a very nice job of setting up that conversation for us and being able to speak to the role and the power that they have in their own learning. So if you would give them a round of applause for their are desperate for you to get back to class, so thank you for joining me. I'll come back later and say thank you, and we'll talk a little bit more, okay? All right.